Let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about being possessed, how to naturally raise your testosterone, your human growth hormone, and make your penis bigger. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. Alright, before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please ring the bell, subscribe to the channel, of course, tell some friends. Make sure you give me that Earth Defines Aurelia thumbs up like so I say, hey, and of course, follow me on my social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram, Snapchat, I'm YOUNGDAYGO. And that's right, we're talking all about being possessed, and you know what we're all about here in the BCC, the Big Cock Consciousness, the Big Cock Collective. Will help you manifest a bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder penis. Help you naturally raise your testosterone and your human growth hormone. I'm a spiritual guide and a mentor here to expand your mind and increase your size. So without further ado, I'm here to tell you about being possessed. And yes, I know it might sound kind of like, a throwback to my spooky penis growth. You know what we're going with. If if you're smiling, you're doing something right. Like I say, if you're grinning, you're winning. So never forget that, man. Winners never lose, man. And that's a reason that you should just be able to give, tribute to the reason of why you woke up today. And you know me, how I start every single day before the feet hit the ground. You know the sound. Go ahead and take this breath with me because you know it feels beautiful. I got a shot today. I feel beautiful because gratitude is the attitude. That's right, man. You got to thank, the universe. You got to thank whatever's making you keep on going to keep you growing and keep you flowing. That every single day there's a reason that you're here. And, just waking up with that breath in your lungs is all the reason to keep smiling today and let you know that you belong here. You have purpose. You're a beautiful person. You're a beautiful soul. And I'm here to help you grow. And that's what this is all about. And when we're talking about being possessed, essentially, all your like what your if you can call it programming, so to speak, of how you're raised and your ideas of, what, you should think about this, that, or the other. And a lot of that, is in a sense a possession. And where I'm going with this is you can be possessed whether you're under the influence of somebody's negativity. And, it's got a lot of draw to it if you go ahead and throw, if you, give energy to it. And one of the main things is, might have been talking in my Anchored video the other day, it's about not giving into the power of anything other than, the good of you. And if you're even just thinking of something that, like a negative situation, if you're focused so much on the negative energy, but, you're not saying anything to it, that's one beautiful aspect. But if you're somebody that to really win in the situation, your best bet is to keep grinning. And if sometimes you got grin in your head, because sometimes they could just throw kindling on the fire, depending on what's going on. You know what we're going with. So always just be able to kind of read the situation as best as you can. Make sure that you go inside as much as you can, and really just find yourself. Like I always say, if you want beauty to appear, you got to keep this clear. You got to be a clear conduit for growth. And when you're talking about people that are possessed under like the negative influence, you got to ask yourself, is this me? Is this you? Is that you or somebody else? And when you're in these situations, you're just, it really gives you, a moment of clarity when you're just like, whatever I'm hearing might not necessarily be or may not, or may be or not be. And I choose to not go with this flow. And that's what I just go with. I just let it run its course. I don't throw any energy into it. I don't throw any, kindling to the fire, any sparks to the flame. And can't start a fire. Now, I don't know I don't know where I'm going with right now, man. I'm thinking about Bruce Springsteen, I ain't nothing but tired. And I'm just dancing in myself. And it's time for higher, even if we're just dancing in the dark. Can't start a fire. That's where I was going. Can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for higher, even if we're just dancing in the dark. I had to hit you with that. I'm hitting you with the boss flow, helping you know that, like I say, fun is the gun, and that's what Matthew McConaughey says, the beach bum, and I really hold, reference to that, because anytime in life that you're doing a whole lot of grunting, you're definitely winning, and the more fun that you can have, the more reasons to be excited about, being alive, the more homage and tribute you're paying to your existence, which will always, come back in the form of, your blessings. Because like I say, count your blessings, not your stressings. And when you count your blessings, they always show, they always grow. So wherever you put your focus at, wherever you put your attention at, that's where it grows. And when you're making yourself, you want to be possessed under your own control, or at least under your own, flow. And like I said, man, when you're really looking at these situations of, is this me or somebody else, or is this worth giving energy to, you really got to look within inside you and understand that you don't need anybody to take it down, because you, me, or nobody's going to hit as hard as life. But it's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how it's done. Now, if you know what you're worth, go out and get what you're worth. But it's not about pointing fingers at him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You know what? Give me that Rocky Balboa flow. I got to hit it with my, my accountability right now. Cracking my own flow. I got a gypsy goddess. Changing it up right now. I got my own goddess flow with the hair. Out of the can, into the man. We got to give you a quick salute right now. Holding that accountability. And you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot. That's right, Mr. Larson. Holding my accountability. Got done doing some broga. Holding my, my beverage. And, it's a beautiful moment of my day to just be able to just relax and just put the goodness inside of me. Let out my inner goddess, whatever it may be. Let it go. Let it flow. Let it grow. Salud. Oh, yeah. That's a beautiful thing. I tell you what. It's a raspberry radler. And you know what? I do craft beers too every now and then. Look at that color, man. That's a beautiful one today. Raspberry radler. And tell you what, man. You're going to put it in a glass, have some class. That's what it's all about, man. Got to give you another quick salute while I got it in the hand. This one tastes like Kool-Aid, man. That's a special beer, I'll tell you what. First one I had all day, and it's a flavored seasonal raspberry. And I tell you what, that's a beautiful thing. And you might not know that voice, but it was a neighbor growing up with it. You know me, I got a whole bunch of crazy stories and anchors that I can hold myself to that make me smile and grin along the way. And that's really how you get yourself ahead, when you're going throughout this anyways. And like I said, paying tribute to who you are by smiling as much as you can is a reward that just keeps on just giving. And whether you gotta scroll the gram, you gotta look at something on Netflix, you gotta look at something on, on YouTube or whatever it may be to make yourself feel a certain way, you're paying that homage and tribute to your existence because the people that brought you here were excited to do it. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful reason to just, go ahead and just, be happy to be alive today, man. And there's so many ways, there's so many reasons and so many things that you can just count. And when you're looking at your life and, focusing on your lack or whatever, that's just no good for nobody. And when we're talking about is people that tend to pity themselves and, Mr. T, I pity the fool. And I understand why. I mean, it doesn't matter about, how much money you got or how you look or whatever. One of my biggest philosophies is, there's a sad man on a yacht and a happy man in the box, but it's all about your own perspective about where you're at because, it doesn't matter how you're living. All that matters is what you're doing in here. Like I said, keeping that clear, keeping yourself that clear conduit for growth, really letting yourself know that you have purpose. You have purpose here. And me, always got to share that matrix hack since we got this, since we're talking about the heart chakra and love and being able to just go out there and start loving yourself a little more. Look at yourself in the mirror, say, how you doing? Say, I love you. And, whatever you got to say in your own words because words are powerful, believe it or not. That's why I don't like to drink too many of those beers that say, arrogant bastard, ass or whatever. there's studies about putting, freezing ice crystals, and they show that the ones that say love and happy and all these beautiful messages on it, make beautiful things inside of you. So that's why I always say you got to be on the side of the good. And whenever you put goodness into you, you can really, you can anchor yourself onto that. But what we're talking about right here, well, I'm getting that heart pumping, letting you know, guys, share the Matrix hack every single time. Doesn't matter where you happen to be. If you hear somebody on the other line of the phone, you see somebody across from you at the grocery store in traffic, just intend on that soul, that person, to have a beautiful day, to feel love in some kind of way, and you go along your day. And you just hacked the Matrix. You just made the world for the better, man. And that's as simple as it's got to be. It's always as simple as that. Because whenever you're putting that energy out there about spreading that love and the positivity, that's a form of magic. And gratitude is a form of magic. And like I say, I don't discredit, I don't discredit science, but I don't discredit magic. And, whenever you're going out there, you can really see this world as a magical place. And that's why I'm intending on everybody out there to feel love in some kind of way and just be confident in who they are and who you are, and understand that you are a piece of the divine. It's all inside anyways. You want to contact the gods that we already are. We're talking about, Priapus, Zeus, and Hercules, and all these, all these gods are already within you, because you are a creation of, of worlds, and you are your own creator. So I command my own growth. And whenever you're going with that flow, you're letting yourself know that you got a shot. You're the one that can create your own, your own existence. I mean, we're talking about having that huge piece of meat, swing at the knees, drive to the pecs, making you your best. You know what we're going with here. We're talking about growing into the giant gods that we are, not worrying about them little gremlins at your feet. Of course, not stopping on your best friend's house or whatever, but just not worrying about those problems down there. Because we're up here, we're huge, we're not worried about nothing. We're just here to spread that love and, just keep ourselves having fun, man. And that's really what it all comes down to. And of course, me, like I always gotta say, energy is neither destroyed nor created. So when we're going with that, you know what it's coming to right now. Go ahead and just feel the electricity, feel the magic in the air, and let yourself know that you can grow and give this flow at any given time. Letting yourself know that it's the mind that's the wielder of muscle. Paramahansa Yogananda is the one that says that. We're talking about the autobiography of a yogi. We're talking about people that believe in the magic of what we are, that understand that there's more to this place and this beautiful avatar that we're in. But if we have the power and the magic and the understanding that we can control this, then we can change the flow, we can hack the matrix, and we can let ourselves grow. And there's nothing as real as the feel. And when you're feeling a pump, you're really feeling yourself grow, and you're letting yourself know that we're here and we're making beautiful things here. And just look at that flow, look at that growth. And like I say, one of my favorite rhymes that's going on right now is I thrive in chaotic times. And it's really, tell you what, man, these past few days and few weeks, man, I've been really lit doing my thing. And you're going to be seeing some beautiful things here in the future. But you're seeing a beautiful grow right now, a beautiful flow right now. And you could always say some beautiful mantras along the way. Like, I am magic, I am divine, and the universe is on my side. And that's a beautiful one to know. And then, of course, you got to pay tribute to your beautiful avatar and your beautiful body and your beautiful skin that you're in. These beautiful muscles that are growing. So go ahead and let yourself flow and let yourself know I am so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful muscles are growing bigger, harder, stronger, more defined, abundantly. And then, of course, for that huge piece of meat, swinging it, the knees sitting heavy in the lap. Let's get it thriving in let it feel huge, let it grow, and let it know that I'm so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful penis is growing bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder, abundantly. Be possessed with the grow. That's what I tell you to go with, and let yourself know that we can grow, and understand that when you got to get one last rep out, you go ahead and you feel the magic of this. You scream, you shout it, but most importantly, just feel what you got. Feel the expansion. Feel yourself just swelling up. Feel every moment of this grow, and let yourself know that I am magic, I am divine, and I can increase my size. Getting huge. Let's grow. Massive. It's a beautiful thing. tell you what, man, sweating in a chair, long hair flowing, got the goddess can, look at that, got the beautiful hair, got the mane, got, you know, I'm gonna finish what's in here. And of course, this beautiful snifter too, that's a beautiful thing. I'm telling you, man, it's like Kool-Aid or something. I like an Arnold Palmer. Whatever it is really good, man. Super lit. I recommend one of these every now and then. And you know me, like I don't do these all the time. I like a variety of beers, Guinness, putting a pint of goodness in you, putting some inner goddess in you. And when you're talking about how, you know, you got the masculine and feminine, and when you're talking about, you know, erecting a huge massive tower of meat, we're talking about, you know, a lot of very masculine energy. But you got to balance out your inner goddess too. You know what we're going with, and you know, like just the yin and the yang. Everybody's got to put a certain label or stamp or whatever they got to wrap their words in to make them feel something. I mean, you know, masculine, feminine. You just got to find your balance inside of you anyways. You know, obviously you can't be too much of I guess you would call it feminine, or you can't be too much of a masculine, but either way, there's going to be a variety of characters that are along, you know, that are around in this place, and you just got to decide which one you want to be. And you know, you're just, you know, able to change, you know, your possession, so to speak. I mean, your whole character, you know, you look into Buddhist beliefs and these other types of spiritual ways, it's like they might say that it's just gonna fade out one day, and you might not, you know, ever know this character that you are right now, and understand that there's more than, you know, there's more than this beautiful, you know, this voice box that you got. You know what I mean? You're more than the package that you're wrapped in. You're an energy, you're a light, and you can make beautiful things happen. So you ain't gotta get lost into the way of, you know, how you're going throughout the mundane of your day, and just, you know, understand that you got a shot to change. And I look around and I see change around the way that you know like me so much, and I know like you, but then I see it change. And if I could change, you could change. Everybody can change. I'm hitting you with a Rocky IV Drago line. Had to hit it with a double Rocky, double whammer. You know, I had some crazy dreams, but you know my dreams are super lit. And I ain't got to snort for them, jab a vein for them. All I got to do is go to sleep, and I'm dripping that DMT. Joe Rogan, you know what we're going with, man. And I'm telling you, this last one was like, I was like, I was somewhere around a bunch of celebrities, and like, you know, for some reason Stallone wanted to meet me. Absolutely, he's a good guy. I mean, who knows if that's gonna happen? I do talk about him a lot, but me as a man, the dreamer was pretty freaky. It was like a mutant version of him. So he had like this huge neck, and like, you know, I'm a taller guy, but he was like right here on me, but just really wide and like thick. You know, and that's what we're talking about. But I mean, like, he was just like a mutant of a man. And I'm talking to, you know, like his daughters or something, and they're like, you know, they said something wrong, and I'm like, dude, this is Rambo right here. I'm like, this is Rocky Balboa. And like, yeah, to you, but to me, he's just dad. And I'm like, that kind of, you know, held some resonance with me. But I mean, I tell you, it was a super lit dream. There was cranes, and you know, I can't even get into the whole dimensions of it. But be as it may, I'm grateful that I'm able to dream. And, you know, I write them down. And if you can't dream, I know that you can. Just tell yourself that you can and you will. And just write them down in your notes or whatever. And you're going to be able to have some fun and go along the way. And just, you know, Google Dream Dictionary, the reference. And you can find some guidance in your life. And of course, I take messages from spirits and other types of messages. You know me, I'm a lunatic. I love the moon and I love animals, and I feel like there's a lot of spirits that are all wrapped up within each and every one of us if you're tuned to it. And we're more than what meets the eye, man. We are definitely here. We can definitely, you know, increase our size. We got an energy of power that's just running these things, and we can understand that we can unlock, you know, the certain, you know, key factors to, you know, give yourself more testosterone and HGH and all these scientific terms that everybody likes to just go with. And I'm just like, whatever you can grow with, I'm here with it. And just getting on the side of your own grow, your own flow, and letting yourself yourself know that anything and everything is possible is really what it all comes down to. Because I'm here to teach you some, guided techniques that have been passed on through me, through the universe, and are continuously ongoing, ongrowing. I'm inspired every day to really help yourself, grow. And it's not about necessarily doing the same program over and over and having to follow a certain thing a certain way. Understand that you can get on the side of the grow at any given time, and there's always something you could be doing to increase your size. And the most important thing is in here, and keeping it clear and not beating yourself down is the most important thing. And you can always get at me, drop me a line in the emails, and I can teach you the hands-on techniques. We're talking super jogging, super Kegels. We're talking about working out with cock rings on. I busted one today with that huge piece of meat while I was doing them, doing my Groga flow. And we're talking about so many other ways of utilizing massage and really increasing your size. If you have a partner, that's another great blessing that you can help out and help get on that energy, and you got more people for the same goal. But regardless, you get into BCC, you got I'm here to help you grow. Everybody that's with us, we're in it for the grow. We're in it to be huge, growing to the massive gods that we are, man. But regardless, we're talking about I'm feeling it's about that time to go and let you know that we're gonna have plenty more beautiful experiences to come. Make sure you guys get on the gram, check out my kids, see, taking care of the neighborhood. My wolf and my bear always there wolfing around, bearing it up. And yeah, he's over there snoozing right now, man. I'm telling you, I got some other things coming for you. We're gonna keep this beautiful. And I'm out here intending on you guys to all grow and feel your best, be your best. Understand that we are all love. I intend on you to feel love. I intend on you to spread some love and understand that we're magic, and I'm here to help you out. So I love you guys. I'll be seeing you around. And you know what? I'll be seeing you on the next one. So have some fun, spread some love, and take it easy. Peace.